Hi y'all, Miss 7up from over at allrecipes.com, and if anybody from there who knows me on Facebook, I'm Melissa Goff. Today I am going to take you on a tour of my kitchen. There's been times that I've complained about having a ShoeBox kitchen, that it's a strict walkthrough and it's horrible, but I do a lot of cooking, so some people are kind of amazed, like, you complain about your kitchen, I don't understand how you do it. So today I've decided that I'm going to take you on a cell phone tour of my ShoeBox kitchen. And I'm not going to show you how I do it, I'm just going to show you where I do it. And then that way you can get a better understanding. A lot of times it gets so overwhelming in here when I either bring my groceries in from shopping, or if I'm making a huge meal and I have to have things out, that I end up putting a lot of things on my washer and dryer in my kitchen, because my washer and dryer are also in my kitchen. It's really not fair. I'm a mother of 4, so I have a nice size house. That's the best part I can say about my house here, is that I have enough room to accommodate my family. The only problem is I don't have enough room to accommodate how I cook. So when I do cook, it spills over into my dining room, into my laundry room, and all over the kitchen. And if you look behind me, my sink is empty because my kitchen's cleaned, and I haven't done too much cooking today. So real briefly, I'll take you on a little tour and show you where I do it at. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you the side of my house where I actually walk in from outside. We don't use the door very often, but it's a problem. There shouldn't be a door there. Should be another cabinet or something, or I should have a longer kitchen and not have my washer and dryer with my laundry area in my kitchen. It's really ridiculous. So here we go. So there we go. That is my laundry room. Notice, yeah, if it was a perfect house, you wouldn't see any laundry. But this isn't a perfect house. So a lot of times I have to stand right here on my laptop and use my washer and dryer. Oh, look, see, there's all the recipes right there. I have to use this little area right here to look up my recipes or do whatever I need to. And like I said, stuff gets spilled over here onto my dryer, and we're going to span around because right behind me, well, that's not a pantry, that's actually the water heater room. And then there's my kitchen. This is how close I am from the washer to the kitchen. And then, boom, here's my kitchen. This is all the cabinet space that I have. Up here, of course, that's where I've got my, well, shoot, I just went blank. I have my coffee mugs, my my plates and bowls and everything, and that's it. My microwave. There's Miss Big Bertha, my KitchenAid. And down here, I keep all my bakeware, my pots and pans. Well, some of my pots and pans, but mainly my bakeware, glass bowls, and what have you. Then, of course, sink, my bread maker. And I have to show you this. This is actually one of the best gadgets that I have, and I have to say thank you to my mommy and my daddy, because they went to Alaska on a cruise, which I can't wait to go on, and they brought me back this. I believe it's called an uni, and this knife is very, very, very sharp. I don't put this stuff in the washer. It gets hand washed every time. And if you notice, right here is green. I chop all my fresh herbs and spices on this thing, chop my little onion and garlic too, and I love it. It's just fabulous. And me being left-handed, it makes it easier for me to cut because I just can't do it right-handed. Anyway, so this is one of my best gadgets, and this one's a neat one. This is my bread machine, so this is all the cabinet space I have. This is a neat little measuring gadget. You just twist it up and you measure it wherever you need to, and pretty cool. And of course, can opener, my scale. I gotta have my scale, because when I buy meat in bulk, I want to be able to measure out exactly for the recipe. And then my pestle and mortar, which is neat for when I buy seeds and stuff that I need to ground. So that's also nice to have. And then you walk right through. And there is my living room. And then there is my other counter space. That's it. This is how big my kitchen is. And it's ridiculous. A lot of times when I've spilled over from my washer and dryer, I'll take my laptop and I'll go right here to my dining room table. And there at my dining room table, I'll stick my laptop. I do my cake decorating, my rolling fondant on my dining room table. And this is 4-burner gas stove, but I only use 2 burners unless I really have to have 4. But this piece right here is one of the best things in my kitchen. It saves me from pulling pots and pans. It's my cast iron griddle. This was passed down from my mom. It was my Nana's, and I love it. Very hefty duty. It's always on my stove. It's barely off my stove at all because I use it all the time. And this is another little neat gadget. And see, there's recipes. Matter of fact, this is one of my recipes, and it's one of the favorites in my house, and I always keep it up right here because I make this recipe a lot. This is called enchilada lasagna. Pretty good. But to get back to this, I bought this for my mom and dad, but a few years ago, health change reasons for my dad, and it's just my mom and him. They gave me this back because I have 4 kids and a hubby to feed. This is a rice pantry. You pour your rice in up on the top. It's supposed to measure out in the cups, but it doesn't. But so this lever comes down, pours your rice, and you actually get it from right here. I always keep this thing full with Calrose rice only. It is the best rice to have, and it's what I grew up on. So there's like no wavering. Anyway, so I'll take you on a little shot of what my kitchen looks like from another angle. See, there we go. Right there. That is it. And I spill over like everywhere for everything to accommodate for what I do for my household. Extra flours, sugars, brown sugars, some really excellent stoneware for the oven, which is awesome. And another little trinket, which is my wrapper. My saran wrap deal. I love this thing. My parents gave it to me a year ago, Christmas, and it's just a neat thing to have. And I always know where it's at. Next, I'm going to show you my pantry. And don't freak out. Trust me, it's a mini grocery store. Voila. This bucket right here is my kids' go-to summer junk bucket. I throw their chips and cookies and whatnot. It's normally not here during the school year. Normally it's up and my shelf is, my bucket's gone. Anyway, my pantry is normally really organized, and it was too small, so I had to add some shelves because I have a big array of spices, cake decorating supplies as far as food dyes, and then melting chocolates and everything. This right here is a product that I absolutely love. It's like Splenda. It's excellent. Measures cup per cup. One thing about the Ideal, there we go, the Ideal line is not only does it have the same sugar, but it has it in confectionery sugar and in brown sugar, and it all measures equally. There's no adjusting to be smaller. Unlike another company, which will remain nameless, on the brown sugar line, you measure cup per cup, and it's not any less. It actually has a really sweet taste, and it's really good for you. It is awesome. But the brown sugar is like one of my favorites. Anyway, so I store a lot of spices, I said again, and again, my pantry is normally really organized, other than this darn junk bucket for my kids, and then it'll be gone pretty quick. Canning supplies, beans, tomato sauces, that kind of thing, and then I keep myself stocked up on different types of flours, rolling oats, gluten-free stuff, beans. Oh, gotta have beans, And then, of course, my pastas, and see, spilling over. Like I said, my pantry is normally organized, and there's cake decorating stuff on it too. Anyway, so that's my pantry, and I'm pretty well stocked all the time. And the rest of my kitchen area is located right here in my dining room. These two cabinets hold crafts for cake decorating and pots, pans, muffin tins, cookers, as well as these two, and my canning supplies and photo boxes for when I take photos inside that I don't take outside. And then, of course, my dining room table and the cake that I just made for my family that is home because they missed out on the first cake. Anyway, so I'd like to thank you for taking on a quick tour and understand it's complicated. I still do fairly well. I may have to maneuver things and open drawers up and put cutting boards down on the top of the drawers in order to cut when I don't have enough room. I don't normally let anybody in my kitchen unless I've coordinated it, because it gets so cramped when I'm cooking that when you've got 4 kids running through this little walkway, it does not make for a very good evening to try and cook and make sure that you don't get splattered or burned. But anyway, so my kids do very well with standing on the other side of the bar. Anyway, so thank you very much, and I hope this little tour, as much as I rambled, would show you that even though my kitchen is small, I can still put out something really good for my family. From my kitchen to yours, have a great day.